Welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to simplify the concepts of pathology for you all. Students, you know that pathology forms the base for other subjects of medicine. Whether you want to become a good physician, surgeon, gynecologist, pediatrician, ophthalmologist, ENT specialist or dermatologist, understanding pathology is must. Today, I will introduce you to the topic, inflammation. Whenever our body encounters any injurious stimuli, such as infectious microbes, whenever it is traumatized due to any cause like burns, chemicals, radiation, etc., it responds to it. So, how will it respond? Since there is ongoing damage at that site, the body tries to remove the injurious agent and repair the site. So, it recruits inflammatory cells at that site, which will fight to kill the microbes and remove the damaged cells. This situation is very similar to any conflict, whether external or internal, in a country. Just like government sends army to combat the situation, our body prepares itself in a similar manner. It can happen anywhere inside the body, in any organ or tissue which contains blood vessels within it. Why? Because it's blood, the transport pathway of our body, which carry these fighter cells, are neutrophils, lymphocytes, and monocytes, and some weapons, that is mediators, to the damaged site. So, how will you define inflammation? Students, inflammation is a response of vascularized tissues to infections and damaged tissues that brings cells and molecules of host defense from the circulation to the site where they are needed, in order to eliminate the offending agent. It's a protective response. Here is a question for you students. And the question is inflammation always protective? Tell me the answer in comment section. Now, let us move on to the topic. How does inflammation start at the site of injury? When a part of our body encounters an injurious stimuli or microbes, the cells at the site get damaged to an extent. Within the stroma of any tissue there are cells such as macrophages, dendritic cells, and mast cells. These cells recognize the infectious microbes and damaged parenchymal cells of the tissue and start releasing mediators. Now these mediators initiate a series of vascular and cellular events at the site of inflammation. We have separate videos which deal with vascular and cellular events of inflammation in detail. The blood vessels at the site of injury first dilate. This vasodilation occurs due to the chemical mediator histamine, which is released by mast cells. Due to vasodilation there will be rubor and calor at the site. Rubor means redness and calor means heat. This mediator histamine also causes increased vascular permeability, which leads to leakage of plasma and cells in the extravascular space. Since the fluid is increased in interstitial space, the inflamed site swells up. There is a term which is given to this swelling, tumor. Please don't confuse with the term tumor used in context with neoplasm. Along with plasma, our fighter cells, the neutrophils, enter the interstitial space. These inflammatory cells go through sequential cellular events which we have dealt with in other video. The steps include margination, rolling, adhesion, transmigration, chemotaxis, and phagocytosis. Several chemical mediators are released from these cells. Also there are plasma-derived mediators which are released at the site of damage. So, two types of mediators, cell-derived mediators and plasma-derived mediators. These mediators facilitate the process of inflammation. Again, we have discussed about these mediators in detail in a separate video. We have studied about 3 of the cardinal signs of inflammation, rubor, choler and tumor. Other 2 are dolor, or pain, which is due to prostaglandin, PGE2, and last one is functio laesa or loss of function. That's all about the introduction of inflammation. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel.